We will wait for some more 2 to 3 minutes to join the participants.
Dear sir, shall we start?
Yes, sir, we will wait for some 2 minutes more. Again, I welcome you all, my dear participants. We are in the day 2 of Faculty Development Training Program. As we have discussed in the last day, NEP 2020 and how to sustain the change in the organization. This day is on leadership and management. And for the first session, we have resource person, Dr. Ramesh Dias. I welcome you, sir. Dr. Ramesh Dias is a head of department at Government College of Pharmacy, Karad. He has graduated in pharmacy from Government College of Pharmacy, Karad in 1996. Completed his M.Pharm in 2002 and then doctorate in 2008 from the same college. He has also completed management studies and postgraduate diploma in patent laws. He started his career as a medical representative in Ost Marion Russell Limited at Kolhapur. After his 2 years innings there, he shifted to academics and is having 23 years of teaching experience. He worked for 4 years with MES College of Pharmacy, Chikuru. He then worked for Satara College of Pharmacy, Satara for 9 years and developed the institute from its inception. He has worked as a professor at Sinhagad Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Lonavala, before shifting to YSPM's Yashoda Technical Campus, Satara, as campus director for 5 years. Presently, he is working as head of department at Government College of Pharmacy, Karad. To his repute, he has authored 4 books, published 1 patent, 23 international and 51 national research papers. He has guided more than 44 M.Pharm students and 1 PhD student, and his area of interest includes biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetics, novel drug delivery system, biostatistics. He is a life member of various professional bodies. Not only this, he is also a motivational speaker. Talking about the awards, Dr. Dias has won APTI-based teacher principal of Diploma Pharmacy for the year 2018 during APTI convention at Jaipur. He has delivered more than 100 expert lectures on various topics and trained more than 5,000 faculty on online teaching through various faculty development training programs. He has worked as a number of board of studies in Pune, Solapur, Nanded, and Kolhapur universities. So I have much of information to deliver to what with you. From the last 4 years, I am working with Dr. Dias, and I have found that he is a true leader. And it is best to listen from him how a leadership can be inculcated in us. So I request Dr. Burade sir, Principal of Government College of Pharmacy, Karad, to offer him a bouquet in a digital form. I request to Dr. Dias, please accept our felicitation. Now I request to Dr. Dias sir to please continue with the session and enlighten our participants on leadership and management.
Very good morning, dear participants. Thank you, Dr. Kuldeep Banswar, sir, for giving the introduction in details. As such, that is the part of protocol to give the introduction, but I need not have the introduction because I have interacted with so many participants. So, dear participants, yesterday we have seen what is national education policy is going to have the impact and how to sustain the change in the organization. And the today's day is devoted for the leadership and management. And the first session will be taken up by me on leadership and management. So let me share my screen. So dear participants, leadership and management. Everybody wants to be the leader and manage their institutes, manage their departments. And therefore, I am just going to give you the introduction regarding leadership and management. The learning outcomes for this session have been set out as, after completion of this session, the learners will be able to differentiate between leadership and management. They will be able to apply suitable leadership style in given situation. The learners will be able to identify their own personality type, and they will be able to discuss various leadership approaches. Those are used, and they will be able to apply suitable leadership approach in their institute depending upon the situation. Okay, so keeping in mind these 5 outcomes, we will be going for the next 1.5 hours through this presentation on leadership and motivation. So the first part of the session is how we are going to differentiate leadership from management. So the first question comes in our mind, that who are the leaders? Who are the leaders? And when you hear the word leader, who comes to your mind? Dear participants, I want you to participate wholeheartedly into this session. And therefore, I am asking you the question at the start of the session, when you hear the word leader, who comes to your mind? Somebody, when it comes to your mind, why? Whatever has come to your mind. And to answer this question, I would request you all to go to www.menti menti.com and use code 1281769. So participants, I request you to go, you can open some another tab and you can just log into www.menti.com and use the code 1281769. So let me present to you the screen of Mentimeter, where you will be able to give the answers to the question. When you hear the word leader, who comes to your mind? My dear participants, I want one of you, to join www.menti.com and use the code 128411769 so that we can go to understand what is the difference between a leader and a manager. So when you hear the word leader, who comes to your mind? Shall I repeat the code to you? 128411769. You can see the code on the screen also. So come on, dear participants, log in to www.menti.com and give your answer so that we can. Yes, waiting, dear participants, for your participation by going on www.menti. Yes, political leaders. PM Narendra Modi. Good. So the answers are coming. Political, yes, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Good. Come on, give the answers so that we can come to a conclusion that who are the leaders? What do you mean by the leaders? Bill Gates, good.
Sir, can you repeat the code, please?
Yes, 128411769. The code for menti.com is 128411769. I'm using Mentimeter because you can see the answers given by the participants on the screen. And when you see this, let us see. Yeah, parents. Yeah, such a nice this one. Parents as the leaders. See, the answer can be anything. This is a word cloud because I just want to know that how we are thinking about leaders. Yes, lion as a leader. Good. Leads the followers. Okay, leader is the one who leads the followers. So when you hear the word leader, these are your answers which are coming. Mahatma Gandhi. Teachers. Lal Bahadur Shastri. Okay. Come on, I'm waiting for you. Once you have done this answer, even I would request you to go for the answer of why you feel Narendra Modi or Shastri ji or Mahatma Gandhi ji. One word about them. Why you feel that they are the leaders. Okay, so first question to you is, when you hear the word leader, who comes to your mind? Eleven responses we have got up till now. We have 86 participants, 88 participants who have joined. So just 11. Come on, dear friends. Okay. I will just even open. There is only one: leadership qualities. Okay. Why in your mind certain person has come as a leader? It is because they are having some leadership qualities. Okay. Come on, give the answer to the second question also.
Sir, a leader, according to me, is a person who
Yes.
leads others in terms of inspiring, in terms of giving motivation, in terms of inspiring his followers and doing whatever he wants to get it done from others. He has to first do it himself so that his followers are motivated.
Good, 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 good. Very nice. Yes, name please, because I could not see it.
Dr. Aruna Bhatt.
Yeah, Dr. Aruna, very nice of you that you have told about the leaders, that leaders have the followers and they are at the front, leading the people, leading this one. Yes, having vision, they lead term, they have perseverance. Wow. So this is what is required, because when we are talking about leaders, what comes to our mind? Let us put the things together. Good. Good. Come on, come on, because we want to participate. Yes, Dr. Aruna, I am very much happy that you unmuted yourself and gave the answer. This type of participation is required.
Good morning, sir. So this is Vandana Patil.
Yeah, Vandana.
So leader is a person who sees himself, sees other empathetically. He should have empathy. He should be,
Empathy.
yeah. He should see himself in someone else's shoe, and then he should do the job, and therefore people follow. So
Vandana, very much
empathy.
thankful to you for bringing this empathy word, because
Yeah.
that is a very important thing, quality which is required of a leader. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I personally feel empathy is more important. Okay, that is one of the very biggest quality a leader should possess.
Very nice of very nice of yeah. Anybody else? Because yeah, we have gone for Menti because we can see the answers, but you can even unmute yourself and go ahead. So nice of you. I will just stop my screen sharing on Menti so that we can go back to our presentation. Very nice, all 13 participants who have given the responses. I am very thankful to those who have unmuted and given the answers. Let us create this type of participation into this session. Okay, so I'm going back to my presentation. So dear, you have given, when you hear the word leader, a certain image has come to your mind, and you have even given the answer because you found some leadership quality into them. So dear friends, who is the leader? Leader, it's the one thing is very clear. Leaders do have followers. A leader is a person who is followed by others. A leader is not a single person. The person who is having, who is followed by others, is a very peculiar thing. If a leader is there and he doesn't have a followership, he is not a leader. So this is very, very important, which everybody will agree with me. It is not only that a leader is one who inspires, motivates, leads the people to accomplish organizational goals. He shows empathy. He has the vision, so many things, so many qualities of a leader. But now we came to know that our idea, some people said about the political leaders, yes, they have the followership and therefore they are the leaders. Leaders do have various different facets, various different approaches that we are going to see. But what comes to our mind is very important, and that we have put in. So a person having the followership is a leader, whether he's from political arena, whether he is from an educational background, whether he is leading a nation, or whether he's inspiring the people. A person with followership is a leader. Okay. Now with this, we will go to another. No, who are the leaders? Leaders, when we talk of India times, we feel that a person having some position can become a leader. But it is not like that. Leaders don't necessarily hold or occupy a management position. It is not required. So leaders can be anybody. Leaders can be anybody without a position. A leader doesn't have to be an authority figure. That is very important. Leaders are followed because of their personality, behavior, beliefs, their skills, whatever the charisma they brings. They are charismatic figures. Leaders are people who challenges the status quo. They are change-loving people. Okay, so these are the leaders. Now let us go and see who are the managers. Who are the managers? The same question I'm going to ask you once again. When you hear the word manager, who comes to your mind? Who comes to your mind and why? That is my question. Once again, I would ask you to go to menti.com and use the code. Now the code is different, 96071559 for answering your question. Yeah. When you heard the word leader, something came to your mind and then you put it onto Menti and you have also given the answer. Why? Because we came to know a leader who has the followership, the leader who is a visionary, a leader who is a change-loving person, a leader who is inspiring to the people. Okay, so what about the managers? When you hear the word manager, okay, so you go to menti.com and use the code 96071559. I will be going to this menti.com. Once again, I will open this. Okay. So when you hear the word manager, who comes to your mind? Come on. Give your answer. We are waiting for your responses. The code is 96071559.
Sir, a manager is a person who manages men, I mean people, machines,
Manages the people.
materials.
Yeah. So nice.
And
So nice.
sir, a leader is always a manager. I mean, he can always be a manager, but it is not necessary that a manager is always a leader.
Okay. 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 Let's check that. Whatever you said.
Yes.
Leaders are always managers. Okay, but managers need not be a leader. Okay. Okay. So nice of you. Anybody wants to give the answer? I want you to be on
Yes, sir.
menti.com. Give some responses.
So I would like to reply, sir. As per me, sir, the manager is a person who
Yes or
will
no?
strictly follow
Yeah.
the directions given by a leader.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 So whatever the directions have been given by leader, those are strictly followed by a manager or applied by the manager. Okay. Yes. So nice. Yes. So manager is a mother. Yeah. Starting from early morning, from the breakfast to whatever the homely course, everything is managed by a mother. No, like that, she had so many hands together. Good. Principal, housewife, mother, special officer. Yeah. So nice of you. So many things. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Even tell me why. Why? Support.
Sir,
Yeah.
hello.
Yes.
Sir, manager, according to manager is the who manage everything, that it might be good or bad in organization as means concerned with organization, and manager may be not a good leader according to me, sir.
Upangi, very nice, very nice. A person who administers, no, all duties. Being a principal, whatever duties are there, you are administering it. So that becomes a manager. So nice. Yeah.
Sir,
Anybody else? Yeah, he.
sir,
Ah,
sir, I think manager is the one who does the task which are given by the higher management or the task required for the firm. Uh,
yeah.
and manager can be a good leader when there is a balance between the higher levels above the manager and below levels below him or her, as in when he is a support to the subordinates, that time he is not only a manager but also a leader.
So nice, Parsha. You have given a very nice, this one, that manager, maybe at the higher authority, no, whatever gives the directions, he is implementing it into the institute, into the organization. So nice of you. So here also in Menti, people have given administrations are there with him. Optimizes the resources. Optimizes the resources. So nice, so nice. Yeah. Manages the crisis, handle all things. So nice of you. So you have given the answers of why they are called as managers and what comes to your mind when you hear the word manager. So it's so nice of you, so nice answers you have given. So we have come now to a question that who is the manager. So let's see, let's put down what you have said, because whatever you have said is very true. Who are the managers? Who are the managers? Managers are, or manager is a person who is controlling or administering a business or a part of a business. That's true. That's what you have said. Now, let's see. Who are the managers? Now you can see a picture where a manager who is giving you some reward, which is stick to a, which is there at the corner of a stick. But as he moves on with a spear, even that reward is going ahead. Is it not a traditional management style that yes, we as a managers, we want to get the work done. Therefore, we just show them the carrots and get the work done. So the managers are the people who are having some authority, that you remember. They are authorized by the management to get the work done. Get the work done. And see, if the work is not done, manager is accountable for that. So in an organization, he is having some status, executive status. So managers are those in executive status systems who are authorized to get the work done. And therefore, he is giving you some rewards. And based on that, either the rewards or the punishments, he gets the work done. That is what the managers are. In the most of the organization, manager starts with his 4 important management functions. The one is the planning. He plans everything for his institute or the organization. Then he organizes the thing, distributes the work, leads them, and controls everything into the hand. That is what the managers are. Okay, so we have seen who the leaders are and we have seen who the managers are. Now it's a time to see the difference. The difference is, now you can see the managers. The managers create the goals. Manager create the goals, because if the higher authority tells him that this institute needs to be here, or these are the things which needs to be implemented, then he creates the goal. So manager creates the goals, but the vision is given. But the vision is given by the leaders. Vision. So the leaders are visionary, while the managers create the goals so that the goals can be achieved and he can achieve whatever the higher authority has told him to do. But leaders are always visionary. They see beyond 5 years, 10 years. They set the vision for the institute. They set the vision for the organization. Now, when we talk about the managers prefer status quo. They don't want to change. Why? Because the goals are set. I want to do this. And therefore, he tries to keep that status quo so that the goals can be achieved. But no, the leaders are change agents. And I believe all those who have joined to this FDP, they are the change agents. Therefore, they want to sustain the change in the organizations. These are the change agents. So the leaders are change agents. They don't worry what is going to happen. The change is coming. They sense it and they go for bringing that change in the institute or the organization. Now, in an organization, if you want to be successful, they just copy what others have done and they copy and paste. They go on doing that only. Certain sets of skills are there. Those skills they have honed and they are using the same thing and they copy. But the leaders are unique. They want something new. They are unique. They are the unique creations. They create it. Now, when we go for the managers, you will find that they control the risk. Because if there is the risk, and if you're not going to control it, you are answerable, you are accountable to the higher management. Therefore, they strive to control the risk. But that is not the case of a leader. They take risk. Whatever may happen, they take the risk. Now, the manager build the systems. Manager build the systems. You can see the managers build the systems because systems and processes. Why? Because he want to optimize the process. He want to utilize the resources, whatever he has, and therefore he build the systems and the processes. But the leader is the one who build the relationship. Therefore, there is the followership. He builds the relationship. He doesn't worry about the system and about the process. He tells the relationship is very important for him, and therefore the followers give life, sacrifice life for them, because that type of relationship is created by the leaders. Now, when the managers are there, the managers are going to rely on the existing skills because those are sufficient for him to run the organization. Therefore, he relies on whatever skills he is having. But if you come to a leader, he wants to personally grow and grow. Therefore, he attends so many FDPs. He takes the trainings. He come on, I want to grow personally because I don't want to be happy, satisfied on the existing skills. So there lies the difference between the managers and the leaders. Okay. Not only that, you can see here, the picture is self-telling you here that manager, he directs the people to work. But here you can see the manager, the leader is being the part of a team to work with the people. That is the difference between a manager and a leader. Okay. Now, not only that, manager has the skill to drive the employees because he has to get the work done. If he doesn't drive the employees, the work may not be get done. But the difference is, you will find so you will find that leaders coaches employees. The coaching takes place. Leaders don't only drive the employees, they coach. They feel that they are not knowing, he will coach them. And the manager, whatever work he does on authority because he is the boss. And once he is the boss, he uses the authority to drive the employees. But here the leaders are doing or driving their employees to get the work done. That depends upon the goodwill which has been created by the leader. Now, when the managers are there, they will get the work done by instilling fear. If you don't do this within this time limit, I will do this. You will be punished. That type of instilling of fear is there by the manager. But go to the leader, he generates the enthusiasm. He never feels there will be any type of punishment for you. Come on, create the enthusiasm. Let us do this. And based on that enthusiasm, the work is done. Now, if something goes wrong, the manager finalizes who has done the mistake. You have done the mistake. That is what he places the blame for breakdown. But if you come to a leader, he fixes the problem. Yes, there has been a breakdown, but how I can fix that breakdown? That is there in his mind. How I can fix the breakdown? Okay. Manager uses the people as he wants to complete the task, but always the leaders are thinking how his people are going to develop. So he develops the people. any project is completed, manager takes credit that yes, I have done it. As a head of the institute, I have done this. I have head of the organization. We have done it. But leader always gives the credit to it, credit to others, credit to his team rather than taking the credit. So these are the differences between the leaders and between the managers. Few more things may be there, but I have pointed out at least 12 different differences between the leaders and managers. You can even add on to this. Yes, anybody want to speak something?
Sir, I want to add.
Yeah.
Sir, I think managers are manager is a role, but leader is a it's kind of a responsibility.
Okay.
When we are saying manager, we can say it's a role which they are playing. But when we are saying leader, they are having the responsibility of the subordinates to be developed as well, and
Yeah.
they take it to themselves as a responsibility.
Yes, it's very true, because he always thinking that how my people will be developed, so that because he knows if the people who are working for the organization are developed, automatically the organization is going to be developed. Okay, therefore you can see here in this picture itself, what I have done is, you can see the first one, no, he's just getting developed. He's getting bigger and bigger, but you can see here, they are like that only. Same. Okay, so nice. Yeah. Anybody else want to speak, or we'll move further?
Sir, I want to add one thing, sir. I personally feel leaders are awarded while managers are always rewarded.
Good.
That's my opinion, sir.
Okay.
Leaders get awarded, but for manager, they are rewarded for the work. Actually, managers are the persons who are playing on the grounds.
Yeah.
They play on the grounds actually.
Very true.
They implement everything. Leaders only gives the direction or they pass on the orders.
Yeah, that's true.
Players are the managers. So they are rewarded. They are never awarded, while leaders are awarded.
So Madam wants to say that whenever the leaders give some direction, their managers are there on the floor to implement it, and they get rewards for that. Okay, that's good. So you can see here the difference between a boss and a leader. Okay, the same one. So now we will proceed further, and once again the next question to you: what you want to become, a leader or manager? So for this I will just go through the poll, and I want one of you to go for the poll. You can see it is there on the screen, so you can. Okay, so come on, give the answer to the poll. So you can see on my screen, 27 people have given their answers on the poll that they want to be leader. 53% of the people want to be the leader, while 42% are saying both, and only 3% are saying that the managers they want to become. Okay, so nice of you. 36 people have participated. Come on. I want all the people. I think around, we have more than 100. It's 108 people are there. So come on, give the answer to the poll. Right now, out of 40, 20, 54% are saying that they want to become a leader. 40% are saying they want both. Why? 5% are saying they want to become a manager. Yes, last few seconds. Only 48 people have given 45% participation is there. I feel we should participate more. Yeah. Let us at least 50% of the people participate into this poll. We are around 45%. So I can see it on the screen. Come on, do it fast. Okay, so I'm just ending the poll. You can see 54% of the people wants to be the leader, while it is 7% who want to be a manager and 39% says both. Okay, so you can see this on your screen. I have already stopped the poll, so you can see. I think you can see it on your screen. The poll that 54% says they want to be the leaders, and 39% says they want to be both managers as well as leaders. So nice of you. I'm stopping this. And before moving towards our presentation, I want to show you one video, because I have always been mesmerized, inspired by a great leader, and what he says about the leadership, that we will see by this YouTube video.
So start the sound.
1 minute.
Without a vision, you will not. You have to have 6 traits one leader should have. And what are the 6 traits? Number 1, leader must have a vision. Without a vision, you will not be a leader, he or she. So leader must have a vision. The second one, leader must be able to travel into an unexplored path. Normally tendency to travel the, well laid out path. But the leader, he takes a path of untraveled path. Third thing, leader must know how to manage success, most importantly the failure. Any mission he does or she does, so he has to go through some failure. They should know how to manage the failures. I became the project director for satellite launch vehicle program. SLV-3 is called to put a Rohini satellite in the orbit by 1980. So when the time came, 1979, I think it's in August, we handed over to the computer to do the process of checking the launch vehicle T- 4 minutes and launch it. After 1 minute, in the computer, checkout computer put a hold. For some reasons, they said a display was there. It had some component is not doing well, control component. So I bypassed the computer. I went on manual, launched the rocket system. Okay, it got into trouble. Instead of satellite going to orbit, the whole rocket system went into Bay of Bengal. Okay, so it was a big failure. The chairman of the organization, the leader of the organization, taking the press conference, I was by his side. He said, we have failed. First time we tried to attempted, and this failure really makes us to believe we have to give more technological support my team, and they worked very hard. Definitely in a year they will succeed. So I was a mission director, I was a project director. I am responsible for the failure, and he took the responsibility of failure as the chairman of the organization and the leader of the organization. Next year, 1980 July, we succeeded. The whole nation was jubilant. There was a press conference. Professor Satish Dhawan told me, you go and take the press conference. Okay. The message is, when the failure occurred, the leader of the organization owned the failure. When the success came, he gave to his team. The best management principle I have not learned previously. Any books have not taught me. I learned from that experience. Next one, fourth point, leader must have courage to take decision. That's our problem today throughout the world. Leader must have a courage to take decision. Fifth one, leader should have a nobility in management. I mean, nobility in management a big question mark. So I believe leader should have a nobility in management. Every action of the leader should be transparent. The leader should work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Leader should work with integrity and succeed with the integrity. I climbed and climbed. Where is the peak, my Lord? I climbed and climbed. Where is the peak, my Lord? I plowed and plowed. Where is the knowledge treasure, my Lord? I plowed and plowed. Where is the knowledge treasure, my Lord? I sailed and sailed. Where is the island of peace, my Lord? I sailed and sailed. Where is the island of peace, my Lord? Almighty, bless my nation with vision and sweat, resulting into happiness.
So dear friends, you're seen a great leader. Let's salute him for his leadership skills. But from his mouth only, we have seen what are the leadership skills. Okay, so let me remind you that a person can be a leader without being a manager, and a person can be a manager without leading. So if the choice is yours, if you are holding a post of authority, you should always see how you are going to using the leadership skills at that position. Or sometimes you are not a manager, but still you can be a leader also. So it is both way, leader without being a manager and manager without leading. Okay, but let me tell you, the Peter Drucker that says management is what? Is doing things right. So manager will always see what should be right, how to do the things right. But leadership is doing the right things. Leadership is doing the right things or right things. So when you are as a manager telling the people what to do, leaders always inspire them to do it. And this tells us that it is not sufficient to be a manager only. You have to be a leader also. Therefore, no, a management consultant, Steve Toback, says the two skill sets go hand in hand. You can't be very successful at one without the other. Therefore, if you are the managers, you should have the leadership skills also with you so that you can inspire your people. And if you are leaders, you are not holding any position, but still you should also be the good managers so that you can become the great leaders. Okay, so always see the managerial skills and the leadership skills are somewhat apart. You need to hone both of them. When we talk of hard skill, the managerial skills come. When we talk of all the soft skills, the leadership skills come. Okay. Okay, so you have to see that how you can become a both leader as well as manager. So that was the first part. Now we have come to know what is the difference between a leader and a manager, and we have concluded that whatever may be your position, if you are in a position of a leader right now, even to be more great leader, you have to have the skills of manager to manage the people. And if you are manager today by authority, then you should have the leadership skills so that you can be the great manager. Okay, so likewise, now let us go and see the second part, that which are the leadership styles and how we are going to apply them in our own organizations. Okay, for that, leadership style is nothing but it is the approach for providing the right way to the team. Right way, it provides the right way for what? For implementing the planning strategies and motivating the people. So that is the leadership style. And when we are talking about the leadership style, that is the approach which is going to provide the right way. You will find that a good leader has to use various different styles depending on what forces are involved. You have to see who are your followers. You have to see this what forces are involved between the followers, leader, and what is the situation. So when you are going to follow a certain type of a leadership style, it all depends upon the situation and the follower. So based on that, this type of leadership, when we are taking on situation, it is called as a situational leadership. So situational leadership is nothing but what? Ability to recognize the need to use different leadership approaches in different situations is nothing but the situational leadership. And it was first coined by Paul Hersey in 1985. And this situational leadership is one of the best type of leadership depending upon the situations. Okay, so let us go and see what the situational leadership says about. So there are 4 ways of leading or leadership approaches. The first one is telling. Leaders always tell their people what to do, how to do, when to do. All the details are being given. That's one is called as S1, telling. Okay. The second approach is selling or coaching. Sometimes we are not only telling them, but we even coach the follower that if you do like this, it will be much more better. So S2 type of leadership approach is selling or coaching. First one is telling. And S3, when we go for, it's a participating. Leaders focus on relationship, and therefore they take their team members together and they share that decision making responsibilities. That is a participating. So the first one is a telling, second one is a coaching, third one is a participating way, and the fourth one is delegating. just passing the responsibility to a follower or a team. Why? Because he's confident that this person is going to do this work. So no need of giving any direction. So these are the 4 ways of leading. And the same way, when we are working in the institute or the organization, the people or the staff will have different levels of maturity also. Okay, so the maturity 1, these are the bottom level of the scale. These people don't have any knowledge, skills, or confidence of their own. They can do the task, but only when you are going to tell them. So it is the bottom level of the scale. They don't have any skills to do the work. So this is what the first category, that is M1. M2, yes, these followers, they are willing to work, but they don't have the skills. But willingness is very important. M1 people don't have willingness. M2 people, they are at least willing to work, okay, but they don't have the skills. But now M3 is the group of people or the followers who have some skills. They're willing to work, they have some skills, but not confident in their abilities. That is the third category. And the fourth category of the staff is these followers are able to work on their own. They have high confidence, they have strong skills, and even the commitment is there into them. And when that is there, no, M4. So what we have seen is 4 approaches of leadership and 4 ways of your staff, or the ways by which, or the maturity levels of your staff. Okay, so 3 things: maturity level of the staff from which you are going to get your work done. Second, what is your leadership approach you are going to utilize, and what is the situation? What is the situation is the third thing. What is the situation? Okay, so the first thing is, when it is a low maturity, the people don't have any skills, not even the willingness, you need to tell them direct. So this should be your approach, S1. Now, when the people are having limited skills, but they are willing, at that time you can coach them. That is the selling, that type of leadership approach you should utilize. M3, that is a medium maturity. They are having the skills, but they lack confidence. At that time, you have to provide the support so you can take them together, lead the team, and go ahead. So that becomes the S3. And when we come for M4, the people of high mature, then delegating should be your leadership approach. Now, even the situation do come into a play its role. Why? Because if you have high mature person with you, but there is an urgency of work, you need to complete it right now, so you can't delegate. You have to just tell that, come on, do it. So even though you are going to use this maturity level and leadership approach, at that time your situation, whether it is urgency is there, or slowly you can do it. Based on that also you have to take the decision. So my dear friends, this table tells you at what situation, from what maturity level staff you can use what leadership approach. I think, is it clear to you? Yes, am I clear to you? There will be different maturity levels of the people with whom you are working. And as a leader or as a manager, you want to get the work done. So what should be the approach which you should utilize? This is given. Low maturity, go for S1, that is telling and directing. High maturity, go for delegating the work. Okay. So now with this, I will go for one example. Okay. One example, like tomorrow, you will be away from your work for a number of days, and your task will be handled by an experienced colleague of yours. Okay, and she is very familiar with your responsibilities, and she is excited to do the job in your absence. But you are not confident. You are not going to take the risk, and therefore what you have done is, instead of trusting her knowledge and skills, you spend lots of hours in creating detailed list of tasks for which she will be responsible, and you give all the instructions how to do them. So this is a case. This is a case where you want to go for few days outside and you have handed over your responsibility to your colleague who is experienced and who is having that knowledge and skills. But still, you prepared a list, you have given the task, detailed list of tasks and instruction. Now my question to you is, what might be the result? Yes, you can use your chat box or you can unmute yourself and you give the answer. What might be the result? Yeah, you want to go outside as a principal, you're going to go for some work for 4-5 days, and you have given the charge to somebody else of your department. So while going, you have created that case I have given. So based on that, you tell me what might be the result. Yes, anybody?
So the result will be, as the leader has participated, like he or she has himself prepared what are the duties to be carried out by the person to whom is giving the responsibility, the job, the result will be at least 90% the job will be done, sir.
Okay, so the result is the work will be done. Okay, no problem. Good, madam. Vandana madam, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else want to tell what might be the result? You can even use the chat box. I think I will just check the chat box. Okay, Niranjan says, because of responsibility lies with me, things should go smoothly. Okay. Yes. Anybody else want to add something for this? See, the result is going to be success. But because you have given all the things there, but what is going to be the result is, you see this result, you have damaged the relationship. The work gets done, but you have damaged the relationship with the colleague because you have not shown the trust to him or trust to her. She was more capable. She is experienced one. You know that she is confident to do that work. Even then, you prepared the list. You instructed everything. By that way, what you have done? You have shown that you are not trusting her. Work has been done, but you have damaged the relationship, okay, with your colleague. So what should have been your approach? Can you tell me what should have been your approach?
Approach should have been, sir, the complete responsibility should have been given to her.
Yes.
Without even participating in the details of the work to be done.
Yes, that's very true.
But then, sir, I have to ask one thing. When we are at workplace, sir,
yeah,
does a relationship bothering, do we really should bother about the relationship? Because ultimately, we have to maintain good relationship. That is okay, sir, perfect.
Yeah.
But then, it's written that we are going to damage the relationship with the colleagues, sir. But then, as the leader does not must not be wanting to take the risk also. Like if the work is not done properly, that's why he is giving the guidelines. He or she is giving the guidelines.
That's why I showed you the table. You have to consider the maturity levels of your faculty or the staff
Yes,
or the supporting members. Okay, if he is or she is from well experienced, capable of doing things, and then also if you are doing this type of going for S1, no, what has done? The maturity level was M4, but still we have used the approach called as S1. You have given whole list. That has no, because see, a leader needs to have the follower. When he or she is going to be your follower, when you are going to put that trust into them, is it not? Therefore, what has happened is she was from M4 in maturity, but yet you have used S1 in the leadership style instead of S4, which would have been more appropriate. Okay, so there might be some other cases also, no doubt. But what I want to tell you is, whenever you are taking some calls, you should use the situational leadership. You should know the maturity levels of the faculty or the staff or the supporting staff who is working with you. And based on that, it will be good to use the various leadership approaches like that of S1 to S4. then you will be much more successful. That is what I want to make it clear. So this case tells you this. The maturity level was M4. You should have used S4 of delegation the work, but you used S1. What has happened? You have shown lack of trust to the colleague. That's why it becomes, relationships are important, because if you have seen that, no, in a workplace, if you want the happiness, it is the relationship. If you want the followership as a leader, then it is the relationship. That much that should be considered. Okay, sometimes
Yes.
the managerial skills also, but why not to use this situational leadership table from M1 to M4, S1 to S4? Based on that, you can give the task to your colleagues. Is it not? Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is the situational leadership is clear to you? So I request you all to use this situational leadership approach whenever you want to work with your team in your department. Thank you. Okay, so with this we have seen the second part, that what is situational leadership and how we can apply this situational leadership to get the work done with that of using the maturity levels. But when we talk of maturity levels, we should also know what is my personality type. What are the personality types of my subordinates, so that I can take the better decisions. I'm not talking about others, but at least we should know the personality type of myself so that I can improve myself, because a leader should always strive to improve. And therefore, if I know what is my leadership style, what is my personality type, then I will have some strengths, I will have some weaknesses. Those strengths I can improve on weaknesses I will strive to remove those weaknesses from this one. Therefore, my third part of the presentation is regarding personality types. Okay, so let's know your personality type so that you can improve more as a personality. So I want you to log on to this www.16personalities.com. Okay, so you can complete the online personality test to identify your personality type. Maybe it is not possible for me to wait for you to complete your test, but I will take you to this website, and maybe in the evening I will share with you one Padlet link on which you can share your personality type, your strengths and weaknesses. But let me click on this 16personalities.com. Even there, I will just okay, I see, I think okay, so you can see these personality types when you log into. I will even type this Control C. I will type it into your chat box. Okay, so that you can even click that. Okay. Anyways, so this is 16personalities.com. You can take the test. There's no need of creating even the login. You can take the test directly by clicking it, and you can find your type. Now, I'm going to tell you this 16 personalities means 16. Your personality can be any one from these 16 personalities. So the 4 types are analysts. Okay, so the first type is like that of architect. Okay, like that of a architect. So you can see this: analyst, architect, logician, commander and debater. So the first one is analyst, second one is a diplomat, the third one is a sentinel, and fourth one is the explorers. So based on whatever the answers you are going to give, you will be either given one of the personality type. Okay, so architect, He's a person who is an imaginative and strategic thinker with a plan for everything. Whatever he does, he has a plan ready with him. So what are the strengths of this architect? What is the strength of the logician, commander, debater? Debaters are smart and curious thinkers who cannot resist an intellectual challenge. So we have 4 analysts: architect, logician, commander, and debater. Okay. While there are diplomats, the 4 personalities of diplomats are advocate, mediator, protagonist, and campaigner. So you can see advocate is a quiet and mystical, yet very inspiring and tireless idealist. Mediator is a poetic, kind, and altruistic people, always eager to help a good cause. Protagonist is a charismatic and inspiring leaders able to mesmerize their listeners. Those are protagonists. Campaigners are enthusiastic, creative, and sociable, free spirits who can always find a reason to smile. Then we have sentinels, like logisticians, depender, executive, and consul. Okay, I don't want to read this because you can download when you are going to take the test, your whole personality test along with the various strengths and weaknesses of you will come, and it will be your duty to reduce your weaknesses and how you can take advantage of your strengths. Okay, only thing is you have to be faithful while taking the test. Okay, and the last explorers are virtuoso, adventurer, entrepreneur, and entertainer. So we have all 16 personalities, and I want to know that how many of you are which type of personality. And not only that, you can make the discussion, what are the strengths of that type of personality, what are the weaknesses, how we can reduce them. Okay, so just if I click this, take the test. So this is a free personality test. So you can see there will be questions which you have to know. You regularly make new friends. Either you have to click disagree or agree, but at what level you agree, or you don't have to give the opinion regarding that. So based on that, you need to give the answers. If you give agree, then the next question will come. So this type of questions will be asked to you. If you have get the time, you can take this test. But I feel it will take more time because some 60 questions are there, and I think you should be much more honest. Okay, but I feel that everybody should take this test, and they are going to put the type of their personality on my Padlet wall, which I will be creating today. And they are also going to write about their strengths. Okay, and they can have the comment also. So the Padlet will be there in the evening. I will put it on the group. Okay, I will even put the PDF file of all the personalities, their strengths, weaknesses for you to go with. Okay, as a study material. So this is the site where you can have your personality test free of cost. Okay, and you can even go for knowing the whole report will be sent to you by mail, so that you can even know what are your strengths and weaknesses in your personality. Only thing is, be honest while giving this test. Take your time and do this test. Is it clear? So just I will go back. Okay, you can take this 16personalities.com is the site on which you can find this test. Okay. I will just copy this and paste it into your chat box. Yeah, already Bansur sir has done it. So now once again, we will go back to our presentation. We have completed the leadership personality types. That was the third part of my presentation. We'll be moving towards my final part. Okay, so we have already seen various personality types. 16 personality types we have seen. Okay, so analysts, diplomats, sentinels, explorers, and you're going to share your personality types. You are going to share your personality type and your strengths and weaknesses in the Padlet link, which I will give it to you in the evening. Okay, with this we will go to the last part of the presentation, that is based on leadership approaches. The first what we have talked about was situational leadership, but there are various different types of styles or approaches for leadership. So let us know those approaches also, so that you can utilize the approach to get the maximum output out of your workplace, or I can say whatever the change you want to make into your organization. So let's go for the leadership approaches. The first leadership approach is the visionary leader. So when a visionary leader is there, he has the vision. He knows how, no, he articulates where a group is going. He tells that we have to reach there. So that type of vision he gives. But he doesn't tell how to get it there, but he gives the vision that where the group is going after 5 years or after 1 year. And then he helps the people to see themselves, how their work fit it into a big picture. Okay, he inspires the people and he always say, come on, come with me. We have to reach there. So that is the visionary leader. He connects with the people by moving them towards the shared dreams, because he knows what is the dream of his team members are also. So he creates the shared dreams and he connects with the people. So the followers, the visionary leader are free to innovate, experiment, and take calculated risks. They have clarity. They know the big picture, how their job fit in and what's expected of them. So that is what the visionary leader. And that visionary leadership approach you should use when it works, when you want to bring some change into your institute, when you require a new vision, or when you have to need a clear direction. At that time, you can utilize a visionary leadership skill. Create the vision, share it with the people, let the change happen. But sometimes it doesn't work when you should not apply. When you have the team of work experts who are experienced, they might feel that whatever a vision he is giving, he is just becoming a pompous. He is having agenda. This can happen. This can backtrack. But when you want to create some change in your institute, it is the visionary leadership style that you should, or that approach you should take. Okay. Second style or second approach is the coaching leader. Okay. The coaching leader, he helps identify your unique strengths and weaknesses. And not only that, he tells his subordinates that how to tie these organization goals with your personal and career goals too. That's what the work of a coaching leader is. He's good at delegating. He gives people the challenging assignments and tells them, come on, you can do it. Okay. So he tolerates short-term failures. So try this. I believe in you. I'm investing in you. This is what the message he gives to the people. Okay. So he connects with the people by telling them what are the organization goals. Okay. And what the coaching leader, the people, the followers feel that the leader is caring one. So they feel motivated, and therefore their capabilities are boosted because the confidence come into them. Therefore, that type of coaching leadership should be utilized when you want to help a person improve his performance, or you want to build your team. Okay. At that time. Okay. So you can do this type of leadership skill when the people is showing some initiative. If it's not showing initiative, this type of work may not be better. So it doesn't work if the follower is lacking motivation. You don't want to do that. Okay. or you as a leader don't have that expertise, then you can't coach your followers. Okay, so the second approach which we have seen, first was the visionary leader, second is the coaching leader, the third one is the affiliative leader, who takes everybody together, participating, he shares the emotions, he values people and their feelings, and therefore he always want to make their people happy, he want to make the environment harmonious. Okay, and therefore affiliative, participative leader, no, he says my people comes first, we are a family, let us work together as a team. So that is the way by which the affiliative leadership is done. So he connects with the people by valuing people, creating loyalty and creating the harmonious environment in the institute. Okay, so followers also feel strong loyalty and connectedness, because everywhere the leader is taking all the people as a one family. Okay, so when to use it? When you want to create the harmony, increase the morale of the people, improve the communication amongst all the people in the organization. Okay, so if you have to create that strong personal ties in that business setup, you have to go for this. Okay, but you should use it along with the vision. Only affiliative leadership will not help. If you have a visionary leadership and then you are using affiliative one for getting that vision done, then it's okay. Okay, but sometimes this approach doesn't work. When it doesn't work? In crisis. You are in a crisis, then you can't. Okay, you have to go for some another style, and you have to use this affiliative leadership along with some another leadership like that of visionary leadership or the commanding leadership. Like, okay, the fourth one is the democratic. Boss listens to everybody, listening skills are very high. Okay, therefore he listens to the people and he gives everybody as a collaborative approach. Okay, so what do you think? Every time whenever some work is there, some project is there, he will collect his team, and what do you think on this? That is what is asked by a democratic leader. But this requires more time. So during crisis you can't use this. Okay, so when you are participating democratically, you connect with the people. Okay, so even the followers feel trusted, but you can work when you want to build some consensus. If you don't know, you are uncertain about the direction, then you can call your followers, get the ideas and do it. Okay, so this leadership style along with visionary can fit well, but it doesn't work when your employees are incompetent. The idea is not going to come from their mind, then it doesn't help. Okay, and in times of crisis also it doesn't help. Okay, then the pace setting leader. The pace setting leader is a leader who want to bring the excellence, but not only that, you want to create work, do the works very faster. So pace setting means it's setting the pace, is giving the vision, and he's setting the pace also. So in conjunction with visionary leadership, he can be a pace setting leadership. Okay, so he pinpoints poor performance, asks them, he guides them, and come on, you do it to achieve the goals. Okay, so he says, do as I do now. Okay, and he connects with the people by giving them challenging and exciting goals. Okay, so followers feel that they are being pushed too hard by the leaders. Okay, but it can help when you want to have the high quality results from a motivated and competent team. Okay, but you have to use it along with the passion, visionary and affiliative type of leadership skill. And when it doesn't work, if you are going to use pace setting leadership without any other leadership, then it is not going to work. Okay, so the sixth one is the commanding leader. Commanding leader means he wants immediate compliance with the orders. He doesn't want leader. He tells us that yes, finish this work right now. So everybody has to follow this order. So he want to have the tight control on the situation. So this type of leadership skill is very important in the crisis. Okay, do what I tell you. Okay, So I think the commanding leader, it works when there is a crisis. When even with the problem employees, they don't want to, if you give democracy to them, they won't work. For those problem work employees, you have to be commanding. Okay. And it doesn't work when you want people to sense that their job fits in our mission. And as a sustainable dominant style, it doesn't work. Okay. So we have discussed 6 different styles, starting from visionary, coaching, affiliative, democratic, pace setting, and commanding. If you want to get your task done right now, it's a commanding. It's a commanding that is very important. But if you want to build a relationship, then it goes like this: pace setting, democratic, affiliative, commanding, visionary. So visionary people, visionary leadership style helps to build the relationship, but the task will take time to happen. Commanding, the task will be done very urgently, but relationship becomes a problem. And therefore, my dear colleagues, you have to choose a different styles of leadership at different situations. Okay, so that even you can get your task done and you are also building the relationship. Therefore, it is not a single style leadership will be fitting in for every situation. It is not like that. You have to see what is the situation. You have to see what are your subordinates, and based on that, you have to choose a leadership style. And then you have to, for a long run, it's the visionary leadership style is going to build the relationship. Therefore, the culture in the organization will be developed. But in a crisis, it is the commanding leadership. Maybe relationship will not be that much good at that time, but you have already developed the relationship. You can command the people now and get the work done. So like that type of things needs to be thought of as a managers, as a leadership. And you, those who have joined to this FDP, I feel you are the leaders because you are the change agents, because you know you are there to change something to be brought into the organization. And therefore, I appeal to you all to use different types of leadership styles at different places, at different situation, and with different type of people. Okay. So only 2-3 more leaderships are there. With other theories have come. Transactional leadership, that is nothing but what? Transactional leadership is regarding, you will find that transaction means what? If you want to get the work done, you will get this award, finish this up. That type of transaction, sometimes of this type of things needs to be done. Publish a research paper and one increment will be given. The research will go on improving. That type of transactional leadership needs to be taken some time. So it all transactional leadership talks about the effort, means it link the effort and reward. If you do this, you will get this reward. That type of leadership is a transactional leadership. Okay. And though sometimes you have to give even the punishment for controlling. So transaction, if you're not doing it, this type of punishment will be there. If you're doing it right way, you will get this reward. So based the leadership style based on reward and punishment is a transactional leadership, which can also be applied in some type of situations in the organizations. Okay. Not only this, no, what leader can do is motivate the followers by setting the goals and promising the rewards for desired performance. Only thing is, take care when you promise the rewards. If they achieve that desired performance, you should reward them. Sometimes what happens is we set the goals, people achieve them, and we forget to reward them. Then the trust goes away. That should not happen. So don't put the rewards if you are not going to give them. If it is not possible for you to give them, that you should remember in transactional type of leadership. And then the last one is a transformational leadership. Now, leaders arouse emotions in followers, which motivates, inspires them. The leaders are proactive in nature. They inspire the people, the followers. Okay, and therefore they create the learning opportunities. This is very important because, you know, leadership style, the transformational leadership style leads to positive change in the organization or those who follow them. A style which is a very energetic, enthusiastic, and passionate type. I want the transformation of the organization. At that time, this type of leadership is important. He comes with the positive energy. He is energetic, enthusiastic, put the vision in front and takes away all the followers with him towards the positive change. Transformation leaders involve their followers in making the changes. So if you want to bring some transformation into your organization, you have to think that how you can transform yourself into a transformational leader so that you can involve your followers to make the change into the organization. Okay, so this type of leadership, which was put forth first by James Burns in 1978, transformation leadership. Okay, and the last one, I said last one to this, but when you are in a leadership position, even the ethical leadership has been coined. Because when you are at the position of a leader, ethics is the part. Because if you are not going, see why, when I said that what comes to your mind as a leader, people said APJ Abdul Kalam, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Mahatma Gandhi. Why? Because they were ethical leaders. Somebody said political leaders, no doubt. But the millennium leaders, the leaders who can be remembered, has gone into the history, who will be remembered forever, those are the ethical leaders. Why? Because if you are not ethical, your organization is not going to be bound ethical, your followers will not be ethical, and that type of success is not going to be sustained for long. And therefore, you have to bring this ethical leadership into the organization, and therefore, try to be ethical in whatever you do. Because ethical leadership builds the community, serve others, manifest the honesty, you give respect to others, and you show the justice. If that type of ethical leadership is present in the organization, all the followers, all the employees are always happy because our leadership is ethical, and even the followers, the whole environment becomes the ethical. Okay, so apart from 6 leadership approaches, starting from visionary, affiliative, democratic, commanding, pace setting, we have seen transactional leadership, we have seen the transformation leadership and ethical leadership. Okay, so there are various types of approaches which you should always remember as a leader, as a manager into your organization, and strive to use the various types of approaches at various different situations so that you can be the powerful leaders. Okay, so I wish you all the best for becoming the successful leaders and bring the changes into your organization. So I end my presentation by quoting this, Brian Tracy, who is a motivational leader. You can see so many videos of him on YouTube. Brian Tracy says, become the kind of a leader that people would follow voluntarily. Don't force anybody. So you have to become the kind of a leader that people would follow voluntarily, even if you had no title or position. So don't feel that you have to be the principal. You don't feel that you have to have the head of department. You have to have on the position, no title, no position, but still you can be that kind of leader where the people are going to follow you voluntarily. Take the example of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Take example of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Mahatma Gandhi ji never took any position or a title, but he was a leader. He is the leader because he motivates, inspires the whole world right now also. The whole world. So become the kind of leader that people would follow you voluntarily. So I wish you all the best to become that kind of a leader. Okay, with this, these are my contact details. If you have any doubts, you can contact me. So thank you. So that's all from my side. Thank you, dear listeners.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, now the session is open for the question answers. If you have any question, then please answer it. Sorry, ask it.
Thank you, sir. The lecture was very inspiring. Thank you for your lecture.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I think there are no questions from the participant side, as sir has enumerated the leadership in such a nice way that it is inculcated, it is transferred toward all the participants. Sir, you have stimulated the participants from the starting of the session by posting a question on the Mentimeter that created an interactive atmosphere inside the participants. You also stated the difference between managers and the leaders and given the qualities of the leaders. Moreover, you also given a tool to identify the personality traits that would be helpful for all the participants as well as me. At the last, you have stated the various styles of the leadership like visionary, coaching, affiliative, democratic, pace setting, and the commanding. So you also quoted that we have to choose the different styles of the leadership in the different situations for the different types of the people for the different personalities. So I am very much thankful to you, sir, on behalf of the Government College of Pharmacy, Karad, as well as ATAL Academy, AICT, New Delhi. Now I request to Dr. Burade, sir, to please present a certificate to Dr. Dias, sir, in a digital form. Please accept this certificate of appreciation, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now with this, with the permission of coordinators and the principal, I conclude that the first session of day 2 is over. We will gather at for the next session in a due time. Thank you very much. Sir, any announcement is there?
Dear participants, thanks for the patient listening to this session. Today's session is totally devoted for leadership, and therefore the first session was the introductory part of leadership and management. The second session, we are going to have Dr. Rao sir, who is the principal at PCET, director of PCET, Pune, who will be starting his deliberations on excellence in leadership. And this will be started sharply at 12:30 p.m. So I request all the participants to join the session 10 minutes early so that we can start the session exactly at 12:30. Okay, so just looking forward for your joining at 12:30, and then maybe at the third session, which will be taken on motivation. So how the leaders can motivate the team. Okay, that will be taken up by Dr. M.D. Burande sir at 3 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so with this, let's end the meeting now, and we look forward for your participation at 12:20 p.m. Thank you.
So there is any attendance link?
Attendance link is posted in the chat box itself. Once the session is over, the attendance link for that session is get deactivated. So all the participants are requested to fill the attendance during the session going on.
Sir, you can paste this link once again in the chat box if they want.
Okay. I have pasted it for 3 different times.
Okay.
Again, I am pasting it. Okay, hope it will work for every participant.
Okay, thank you. I'm ending the meeting.
Yes, sir.